share, gifts to compare, yeah, yeah. When all I have it rests on ticking hands, I have my ways, descent delayed, and I have tried to make you see a brighter hue. But deep down I know I'll be forever blue. And there's a blackness inside me that's breaking through. But deep down I know I'll be forever blue. Forever blue. Nobody wants to learn a thing these days. An endless coil of waste and toil. Empires are built upon the ashes of the weak and frail, those doomed to fail. And I've been trying to set free a lighter hue. But deep down I know I'll be forever blue. And there's a blackness inside me that's breaking through. But deep down I know I'll be forever blue. Forever blue. Forever blue. My colors will release the bonds again. I'm going into all I could have been. My colors will release the bonds again. I'm going into all I could have been. All of these changes as you see, baby, it's all just chemistry. You've made a monster out of me. Baby, it's all just chemistry. It's all just chemistry.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Prost, Freunde, and welcome to Beerchat. I am James, and welcome to another Friday night with me and beer. Today, I have a few awesome things to show you. I found in a local liquor store some good beer. What surprised me, one was actually from Lithuania, so I'm very excited to give you all a try. Today is the first time, and I've been promising this for a while, is I'm streaming from two different platforms, YouTube and Twitch. So for all the YouTubers here, welcome to my show, and all the Twitchers, welcome to, well, my show too. So without further ado, let's all get started. By the way, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, or both, or either or, please do that, so you can see all my new videos every day from Monday to Friday, and Friday nights is a live stream for everybody. So come subscribe and enjoy family. By the way, I'm also in the middle of a stream challenge for myself. I want to get 100 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the quarter, by the end of March. So if you can help me with that, I would be beyond grateful if you can help me with this challenge. So, the first beer. Unfortunately, this time I don't have enough where I can have my spin wheel with me right now, so I have it here all separate here. This time, it's a Beerchat beer with grapefruit. Let me show you. You can definitely see it pretty well. I've never had it, and that is actually, it sounds German, but I googled it, this brewery, and apparently it's from Lithuania, so interesting. But to be fair, like back in the day, Germans were everywhere during the World War II. Unforeseen circumstances, maybe. Alright, let me just pour it in. So this one is actually grapefruit, and they also have one with pineapple, but because I'm one of those guys, no pineapple on a pizza. I think pineapple on a beer, I don't know, but maybe one day I will give it a try. So let it get the pour on. So that is already significantly light in color, very bright. Almost looks like very thin down orange juice. Or grape juice. So let me know how you like the music. I've been having this music really playing for a while now. And it's actually, I like the music. Very much so. So, let me see. Okay, with my pouring you can see the head is quite little, what Americans like usually. And it is very hazy and very bubbly, so it means it will be a great beer. So when I'm starting to smell the aroma already, one thing I've been noticing is it got a very strong smell of grapefruit. Like, not a hint, it's actually big on grapefruit, so I liked it. So let me just give it a try. Prost, Freunde. Scotty, welcome to my chat. I hope you're liking it so far. You know, it's been only 4 minutes running. Wow. But this beer is actually amazing. It gives me the taste of you have like a grape juice style. Now you don't even taste that it's beer. It is actually like when I'm tasting it, it tastes for me like I'm just drinking pure juice with, of course, bubbly. It's a really, really good beer, really powerful too. It has, if not I'm mistaken, about 5%, 5.5% alcohol in here. It is perfectly stored between 2 to 20 grades Celsius, which is between, in Fahrenheit, between 35 to 50. Give it a take. So mine is actually, because I had mine in the fridge, mine was really cold, like I could actually feel it. So I like a nice and cold beer. So alright, it's time again to cut out the music for just a second, because I have another reaction video I want to show pretty quick while I'm sipping on my lovely beer. So let me go to the other scene. Alright, I hope you all can see me here. I'm just setting it up.
Roast beef sandwiches.
Oh. 1 second, I don't get paid for the commercials here. I don't want to show the commercials. 1 second. So I can skip ahead. Alright. So this one is again from my lovely friend Greg from Greg's Beer Review, and he has a Fremont Brewing Lush IPA. So let's all have some fun and play with his video for a second.
Hello everybody, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews today. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Today, thanks a bunch for stopping by, I do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Fremont Brewing. They're in Washington State. This is their Lush IPA. And this was sent to me by Neil. So Neil, thanks a bunch, I do appreciate it. Today's beer comes in at a 7% ABV. It is an IPA. And Untappd says it's 80 IBUs, which is quite heavy for a 7%er. We bring this tropical treat to you as a reminder of spring's coming. Its rebirth and promise of sunny days forever. Lush is made with a hand-selected blend of malts and lush tropical hops to help you bridge the last days of winter. Well, we've got a little ways to go.
Alright, first of all, did he say moth? I'm hoping not this little tiny... I'm hoping at least. Otherwise it might be kind of crispy beer. Come on.
Before that happens. And the coming of spring fever. We hope you enjoy this tropical treat. Keep your sunglasses handy and wash away your cares in the coming spring rains. So, and it does have the ABV on it, and on the bottom of it, it said it was packaged to me. It looks like it's 0631 of 20. So, but I may be wrong there. If it's an 06 or an 08, it's fairly old. It's kind of smeared right there where it says packaged on it. So, but it definitely looks like an 08 to me. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. We're in January of 2021. So, yeah, it is what it is. We're going to find out. I have no...
So over the time, I've learned from a lot of beer reviewers, bloggers who I physically spoke to via chat, and noticed like a really good beer. If it can staying in the can or bottle for a while, by the aging it gets much better. There's summer beer you don't want to. Usually it's more the cheaper stuff, but a lot of times really good beers, they even taste much better if they're staying longer. Some people even give it a try, buying a 6-pack, drinking one can more of, hypothetically, next month, and then you can see how different the taste will be.
Control over what's sent to me, guys, and how old it is. So anyway, let's get to it. We read the commercial description, we got the ABV, we got the IBUs, and we got a date. Hopefully that's what I'm reading. We shall see. Anyway,
for people here in my audience or in my chat who are viewing, I'm trying briefly kind of explain what IBU means. ABV is usually alcohol by volume. Means if you see like 5.5 ABV means 5% alcohol content within the volume what you have in there. IBU is usually the level of bitterness. Like the higher the number, the more bitter the beer actually is. A lot of craft beers showing that when you go into the microbreweries, there you can see both things. So people who go there can understand what you're drinking. Is it bitter, sweet, strong alcohol, not so strong alcohol?
into the glass we go.
Alright, I can see already the beautiful color already. Something what you like on the IPA, a little more darker color.
Alright. About a finger and a half of head on that pour. Got a slight chill haze to it. Semi-cloudy on the upper part down here. I can see light through the thin part down on the bottom of the glass here. Good looking beer.
For an IPA, I like it nice and cloudy too, normally.
Nose we go. A little bit of hop aroma in there. Maybe some citrusy oranges. maybe some melon. Not off the chain in a hop aroma. We shall see what it brings. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Neil.
Prost daher.
A little heavy on the bitterness. Of course, it's 80 IBUs for a 7%er.
Yeah. So with 80,
Decent beer.
it's expect a bit more heavier on the bitterness.
If that's the correct date that I'm reading on the bottom of it. But I don't know how much the hops have faded. If it's an 08 of 20, and we're in January of 21. So, but them, you know, reminder of spring's coming. Well, I don't know why they would put that in on there for a beer that was packaged back then. So I don't know. I have no control over that. So let's sip on it, guys, and see what it ends up with. All right, guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for a while. Very nice way. I think it's left on the glass. It's a decent beer, guys. It's not world class or outstanding to me. Maybe it might have been a little better fresher, but it's what it is. Alcohol seems to be well hidden, but it does have a strong bitterness with 80 IBUs, so final chug.
Here comes the final chug.
In case there's anything settled to the bottom. Tasty beer, but like I said, not quite into the A category as far as I'm concerned. This is a B plus beer, 88 from me on this one, guys. Evidently the guys at Beer Advocate liked it just a little bit better than I had. Maybe they had a fresher version, I don't know. They're giving it a 91. I don't think it's quite there with what I'm drinking. And over to Untapped, they have it at 3.92. That's in their B plus range also. I'm more aligned with Untapped than I am with Beer Advocate on what I am drinking today. So, if you've had Lush IPA from Fremont Brewing, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.
Alright. We don't need to see that rest. This is not part of this video. Kicking us out here. Second. Alright, was a pretty decent beer. What you can see, like again, he was a bit harsh on this rating. I didn't try tasted it, so I don't know what difference from the visual I can see to a point he was tasting. But from the visual, it got the perfect color for a nice IPA. It got the bitterness I personally look for. I like a nice and hoppy and bitter myself for an IPA. And the color was just right on spot on for an IPA perfectly. So, speaking of which with IPA, hold on. We are going to a brewery that is not that far away from the place I live here, called Fayetteville, Michigan. It is a Waypost Brewing Company, and I have the Farmhouse IPA here. It is, again, just around the corner, which from a brewery I've never heard before too. Locally, who knew? What you find out when you go through stores. So let me open up the bottle. For a nice beer, one thing I want to always check, listen to the hiss when you open the bottle. If I'm expecting a hiss, if it's like old beer or stale beer, usually don't hear a hiss. So one thing I always want to listen to first before trying it out. I'm trying to see when it was bottled, but I don't think I will see that because I looked earlier for some information on this bottle. Well, let's pour it pretty quick. Let's see. So this is quite a big bottle. Wait. Whoa. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is my first live stream where I'm not in danger of spilling any beer over. Yeah! I'm happy about that. Yoo-hoo! And the first live stream, I start on time. Today is the day. Yappa! By the way, guys, if you have not yet, please help me subscribe to my channel. Help me with my challenge, which I want to try and getting 100 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the first quarter, so by end of March. So if you can help me, share my videos, like, subscribe, and bring my name out. I want to start my own community. With that being said, I'm on social media called Beerchat on Facebook. On Twitter, I'm FiremanMars112. Same on Twitch, FiremanMars112. But also you see it there coming in and out. And one other big news is, let me grab the link. I have my own Discord. Yeah, mine normally too. That's why, and I don't like always the spilling all this beer because it's so much beer. Alright, guys, here's the link to my Discord. Come on, come in and join my community. I want to start where people can come judgment free and ask questions, share their own beer, and find out more about beer. So let's try the IPA, the Farmhouse IPA from Waypost Brewing Company. So did you guys ever heard about the Waypost Brewing Company before? I've never heard it, and they're not that far away. That was it 10, 15 minutes? Or less? So let me just give it a small whiff. Alright, the first thing I can smell is the hops. So I like it. Very strong hoppy, which IPA is supposed to be. Citrusy. I can definitely smell some citrus fruits out of there. Oh, So it's a Belgium style IPA. Radiant tropical fruit. Okay, citrus. The rough edges. Okay, which I kind of expect on IPA to being a little more rougher. Means bitter. Yeah, it's definitely rough. Oh. It is actually got an interesting taste to it. It doesn't taste like a typical IPA. I tasted the citrusy, the tropical fruits. But there is some other taste to it I cannot pinpoint. Which I tasted before. This certain taste I'm tasting right now, but I cannot picture from where I've tasted it before. Now, it is an interesting taste to it. Maybe not normally my go-to kind of beer, because this taste is such a strong taste. Oh crap! Sorry, my language. I'm just hearing myself talking means my music is not even running. Let the music play. Good music. I just have too much fun, I guess. All that alcohol, you know. So, did you ever try this Farmhouse IPA from Waypost Brewing from Fenway, Michigan? Let me know. I'm really eager to hear other people's opinions on this case. This beer actually has 6% alcohol, so for a typical IPA, it is a little on the lower side, because an average IPA, with my experience, is between 7 to 8% normally. So 7.5, 7.7, I've seen it in the different variants. So 6% is a little on the lower side. It doesn't specify what IBUs it has on a bottle, but based off the taste, I think it was probably more in the upper end a little bit on the bitterness, because it's quite bitter. Oh, there's this music. I've been listening to this song for a while now, called My Revolution by Miracle Sound. I've listened to this song so many times already. I'm not singing. Don't worry about it. I'm not singing it. Because then everybody would never come back to my live streams after I was singing. Alright. Let me getting all the floaties from the bottom. Just make sure the flavor comes through. Oh yeah. Alright, when I put it in the light, now it is very cloudy. You can see a little bit on the bottom, this area, give it a little bit, is starting to clear up a little bit. So it's, I believe this cloudiness is because I was swishing it around to make sure I got all the floaties with me. Because a lot of good ales, it is really known for Hefeweizen normally, but even ales starting to having more like unfiltered beer. With that being said, there's sometimes particles of the mash in there, or from a bit of the yeast. I've had it before, which is normal. It's not a bad thing. It's actually not a bad deal because it gives out different flavor. But when it comes to a point when you have to chew your beer, don't. That is a little bit too much mash and less liquids. You don't chew or eat beer. If you did, let me know. But no, I don't. I'm not a big fan of chewing beer. So, but some particles makes out a really good flavor to it. So it's definitely recommendable. Something unfiltered. Hefeweizen, always be careful with Hefeweizen. When I had it for a while, a 6-pack of Hefeweizen, the yeast was actually brewing inside your stomach, and all of a sudden your stomach's upset for the rest of the night. So if you drink Hefeweizen, always be careful on the yeast, because the yeast won't stop fermenting in your stomach. So as normally, while I'm out sipping, because sipping more and more, I want to go back to the scene, because I do have another video. I believe the other one is from Greg too, so let's get over to the other scene. Alright. Alright, here we are back. 1 second. Alright, this beer is from Hill Farmstead Brewing from 2020. It's an Edward American Pale Ale. Oh, 1 second, let me just go. 1 second. There you go. I don't have enough space on my desk, unfortunately, to balance everything around. Yeah, this again from Greg's beer review. This is one of his later ones from last year. So he published that video in beginning December. So here we go. So let me cut the music again. Don't help me. Don't forget to turn on the music afterwards. I don't like to listen to me talk.
Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
What's on the fridge today? What's in the fridge? I know. It's in the description. Edward. Alright, just from the get-go right now, while we're looking at it. The label of that beer, it's beyond boring. Just Edward. And it shows you even a wine glass, not even a beer glass in there. So, just like from that standpoint, it doesn't look good for me. But again, it is the design from the brewing. You know, I don't want to judge, but I like a little bit more crazier kind of style.
Hello everybody, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from Hill Farmstead Brewery. These guys are out of Vermont. This is their Edward. And it's It's a pale ale coming in at 5.2%. And this one was sent to me by my beer brother Greg. And he said he
Greg sends some beer to Greg. Okay.
loves getting this on tap when he's at a restaurant and stuff in Vermont. So he says it's a great American Pale Ale. So I'm sure it is. Probably goes well with most food dishes. A little low on the ABV for this guy since my go-to start at 7%. So, but
Yep.
you know,
As I said,
a beer that's overpowering what you're eating, this would probably be a damn good one. These folks at Hill Farmstead make some very tasty beers. So let's jump over to Untapped. They say it's 65 IBUs on this. And Edward, this beer is named after the grandfather who lived from 1917 to 2002. And the brewery rests upon the land that was once home to him and his 5 children. So they have brewed this beer in his honor. And it says pale and caramel malt, Centennial, Chinook, Columbus, Simcoe, and Warrior hops. So got quite a few hops.
hey Mike, and welcome to Beerchat.
And they're well washed.
I hope you're doing well.
So let's get this. It's a plain Jane silver can with a stick-on wrapper on the label, and it was canned on October 27th of 2020. So I'd say this is going to be a very tasty beer, guys. These
Right, just the design is so boring.
and like I said, it's at 5.2%. Very sessionable if you wanted to drink more than one.
Yeah, maybe. Push it around so you got all the floaties.
I don't session beers anymore, so that's why I want something with a little more alcohol. So I can only have a couple a day. About a finger of head on that. Very cloudy, very hazy. Not bright colored, orange juice color, but I would consider this a New England style.
All right, yeah. For it is not IPA. Is this a American Pale Ale? And this is actually the color I kind of expect from an American Pale Ale. More IPA is more darker. This is actually the perfect color for it. A nice amber / copper style of color ish.
A little bit of light coming through here, but it's a pale ale, not an IPA. Looks pretty good though.
It sure does.
To the nose we go. Very nice citrusy notes. Maybe a slight hint of some pine. Maybe some grapefruit in there. Smells very, very pleasant. It's got a very nice hop presence, especially with that many hops that they've used in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different hops. Smells pretty good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. Thank you, my brother. Very tasty. Very, very, very smooth. Very easy drinking. The IBUs don't taste like they're 65. I mean, I'm not getting that much bitterness. Maybe it is.
65.
Super tasty. Very, very well made American Pale Ale. Very nice. I can see why he enjoys this. It is a very enjoyable beer. Very well made. Very, very well made. A very nice low ABV pale ale, and a lot of the pale ales are a little less ABV.
Right.
A lot of your IPAs and double IPAs are more or less of an entry level to get into something a little more hoppy a lot of times. So it's right out of the fridge, guys. Let me sip on it, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I've been sipping on it for a while now. It's a very tasty pale ale. Not surprised whatsoever because these guys at Hill Farmstead make some really tasty stuff. I can understand why Greg likes this beer. It's a very tasty pale ale. Low ABV, a good session beer, if you will. Tasty. Final joke. That's a very delicious beer. Not quite to the 10 scale, but if you say it is, I wouldn't argue with that one bit. It is a very tasty beer, guys. I'm going to give it a 94. It's kicking on the door.
Wow.
Be a solid A. Upper end of the A- scale. Very, very tasty. Enjoyed it. Thanks again, Greg. Beer Advocate has a 98. So like I said, if you say it's better than what I'm giving it, I wouldn't argue with that. The only reason that it wouldn't be something that I would purchase if it was available here is the ABV. That is the only reason. And I'm not taking points away, but for a New England style, it wasn't quite to that bright orange juice color, and for as many hops as they've used, I was expecting a little bit more on the aroma and the taste. So that's why I gave it what I did. Over to Untapped, they have it at 4.26. That's in the upper end of their A- scale also. So I'm more in agreement with Untapped on this than I am with Beer Advocate. So if you've had Edward from Hill Farmstead Brewing, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go.
Alright, as we go. This was Farmhouse Ale Pale Ale. So far, the beer was actually really good. As I said, like, for me, it's like food. You need to, you have to eat with your eyes too. You know, like, it need to look pretty. It means the bottle or can should not be boring. And I'm sorry, that bottle is boring. The can was boring to see. So that was not my kind of style. I would come up when I go into the party store, liquor store, saying, "Oh yeah, let's grab an Edward." Yeah, I mean, I would try it if I see it. I would definitely try it because he had like a pretty good scoring for that. It means it's actually significantly good, not great, but good. But if I would go there and just take a look around, and the Edward would not appeal. If you look here, like just from my beer from earlier, from the book of. So much more fragrance. It sticks in your eye what you want to see. Even this is from Fenville. It's a boring too, but because it's more colors to it, it looks a little bit more interesting. But that can was just grayish. Yeah. As I said, not really my. If I go with the visual, not my number one choice, but from the color of the beer itself, it is definitely something I would like to try out, especially if it's that good of a beer. So, and the music back running. I didn't forget it because I started to hear my voice again. Just kidding. Just kidding. So, have you guys seen me on my social media yet? If not, feel free to find me there. My social media are down here, further down here. Subscribe to my channel if you can. And help me reach my goal to 100 subscribers, please. I don't want to sound begging, but I could use your help because I am now on 39 subscribers at the moment. So it is achievable to get 100 subscribers by the end of March. It is possible. But I will definitely, Monday to Friday, usually at noon, I'm uploading a video. One day, like I do 3 times a week, doing reviews of myself, what beer I'm trying. While twice a week, I'm sending videos out when I'm reacting to different beers. So already good beers. Like last week, I had a beer that was Sam Adams' Utopia. It was a great video to react to. Not so much so great on the person who had it, because he was chucking it down in the bong. There's a few things what I'm not quite understanding. Number one, why the F would you bong a beer that is $200 and 28% alcohol? It will make you so smashed that you don't even know where left and right is. Number two, why would you do with 28%? This is a beer you want to sip slowly, especially for that price. And after finding out from other beer reviewers, I found out that is a beer that is not fermented. It is actually beer that is being distilled. So it's more like a liquor, more like a whiskey or like a liquor. And by the look at it, liquors don't foam. And in that video, when he put it in the bong, it was foaming up pretty well. So it did not occur to me at the beginning, but after again hearing other people talking about it, I just rewatched it. It's like, yeah, if something can be distilled, it's not foaming at all. So I cannot say anything. I'm not there, but I have my doubts that that was some legitness to it. But either way, I've been told like people like to buy that and having like one drink per year on a special occasion. And when you open it and close it, it doesn't go bad or stale if you leave it in there for a year in the fridge or something. It doesn't go stale at all. It's like a liquor. This is supposed to be enjoyment for longer days. So if I ever find it in a cheaper price than $200, I would not mind giving it a try myself. I've heard it is actually really good beer. Liquor, beer, whichever you consider calling it. I mean, they say it's a beer, but if distilled, it's more liquor. But yeah. So, from Fenville, we are slowly going to a brewery out of Athens, Georgia, called Terrapin Beer Company. It's a hoppin' bubble. Yeah, I agree, right? But again, for that price, would you bong it? I don't think so. Like, even if I'm not a cheapskate, but there's still a line you don't want to cross, in my opinion. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, you're one alcoholic already if you bong something like that. So here is the Terrapin Beer Company. I hope you can see that. See, it looks really cool beer from the design. It is a hoppin' bubbly. It's a bread IPA. Let me get more information out of it. It is actually, wow, I am really surprised to see it. It's actually a collaboration with Miller High Life, actually. Oy, it's gonna be probably very weak. Just kidding. Alright. It is got 6.5% alcohol. All brewed with natural flavors. So Terrapin is definitely part of it's a collaboration with Pinkerton and Miller High Life. Yeah, I do not see really a whole lot of informations of like how citrusy it is and what it's supposed to be. Like ingredients. That was what I was looking. Ingredients. Yeah, it doesn't specify a whole lot.
These are 10 things to never say on a first date. Take note.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh yeah, I believe in reproductive rights.
Alright, let's give it a try. Oh crap. So I have to finish the other beer too.
No. Don't order that.
I feel like I'm ahead of my schedule a little bit. Between my drinking part and...
Hey, you want to meet my dad this weekend?
So,
So much of my mom.
give me the beer. So, will be a broad IPA.
I'm not racist, but my favorite
The top 10 things to never say on the first date. It's got a good, cool music. It had some music to it.
Let me tell you all the intricate details about my recent financial troubles.
Yeah, I agree. Don't say that from the first date.
Kind of what's probably gonna happen later?
Oh, listen to the music. It's kind of fun to listen to. But back to the subject. So it is a brown IPA. For an IPA, it is really not cloudy whatsoever. I mean, you can see that probably, but I can see it much better from my end because I'm closer than you from the camera. But it is not cloudy at all. It is really a little lighter color for an IPA. There is a flavor to it. Smells familiar. There's definitely some familiar smell to it. Again, it's one of those you know it, but you cannot picture it. Well, I would probably say Limburger cheese, but I would be wrong. Why? Has nothing to do with Limburger. I don't know why this when I smell it, Limburger cheese came in my head. I have no idea whatsoever. I crack myself up sometimes. No, but seriously, there is a smell to it. It smells familiar, and it's not Miller High Life. Just for back, it is not Miller High Life smell. But I feel smell some citrusly, some. It's right down on my tongue too. Well, literally. Let me see if does it say anything here. I know I did not saw anything just now, but maybe I'm missing something. Hopping Bubbly Brown IPA celebrates the classic malt bill from the champagne of beers and Terrapin's affinity for IPAs. Innovative brewing and dry hopping techniques help create a beer that has a crisp, bone-dry finish and an aromatic hop profile. See, the hop profile, this is probably what I'm smelling. There's one way to find out. Let's give it a try, guys. Prost, Freunde. I taste exactly what I'm smelling. I cannot picture it. It is not hoppy at all. It is actually very low IBU, so it's on a lower scale of. It's actually on a lower scale, in my opinion, of bitterness. So it goes more towards a sweeter taste. Very citrusy, very fruity. Not that fruity, but fruity. But the fruity part is not what I'm finding out what it is. It's just like, if you don't know, there's one thing to find out. Let's give it another try. Alright. I am. Let's go. Let me check it out right now. Going on Untapped. Because this is something I'm not understanding. Oh. So what was a terrapin? Or what was it? Terrapin. Hopping Bubbly. There we go, found it. Alright, let's do it this way. Let me go back to another scene and let's go together looking through this.
Never use Ziploc bags again with this clever new.
Sorry about it, guys. Sorry about it. Uh-oh. Just bear with me. Don't mind me right now. I just want to make sure I want to make sure you can see that too. Oh. Alright, I hope you can see this stuff. Alright, yeah. So, let's go over this. Is a Hop and Bubbly. It's the IPA brand, part of the Miller company, as I was mentioning. So, champagne of beers. I mean, champagne, that is a probably taste I'm tasting. But it is actually the same kind of wording it shows on a can. Let's see what other people think of it. I mean, the design of the can is actually quite nice. So it is. Let's give you a lot of other information. It's got 26 IBU. It is oil built on the lighter side, 6.5% alcohol. But it got a decent amount of reviews. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.5 ish. Yeah, 3.57. Oh. So I was pretty close. But yeah, that is definitely probably, I would think, it's not bad taste at all. I'm not even knocking it whatsoever. It is actually a significantly interesting taste to it. There, but there was this taste, this one special taste I couldn't picture. And now reading it, it could be the champagne Miller style, the champagne of beers style, which I only drank once before, so not my kind of cup of tea either. But yeah, that is whatever the picture is. I'm not even trying to see. Let's say hoppy draft. I personally don't think it was hoppy at all, because this 26 IBU is actually significantly low alcohol amount of content. Low amount of bitterness. So I don't think it's very hoppy at all. Yeah, not too hoppy. Yeah. Yeah, like a lot of people. It's actually not bad taste to it whatsoever. Like a lot of people are saying it is not hoppy. It is a pretty decent taste to it. So yeah, so that is definitely the hopping bubbly. It's actually a pretty good beer. For that, it's actually a part of a Miller. Because I'm not a fan of Miller personally. Never have been really. Every once in a while I like to drink a Miller Light beer. Usually in the past I did it once a week before, a lot of times, because Miller Light is actually keto approved. Normally beer is not keto approved, but I think Miller Light is actually keto approved. Miller High Life, big no go. I tried it once because hey, champagne of the beers, right? Tried it out and it was nothing what I was expecting. Didn't care for that whatsoever. So it's just me, but because I like it a little more bitter normally. I like it nice and hoppy. The hoppier the better for me. But there's a lot of sweet positions in here. Yeah. Give it a try. It is in the stores, at least around in Holland, Michigan, everywhere. I've seen it for the first time yesterday. So I will give it a try, but I'm definitely looking for more different beers. I am very eager to see. I will planning to go tomorrow to a brand new store I've never been at, and I'm eager to see what kind of beer I can find. What I'm looking is something wicked crazy, out of the world, or out of the state kind of style beer, and I would like to see a lot more beer. So I'm definitely eager to see more with you guys. So if you have not yet seen my other videos after this live stream, please go back and take a look. I had good beers in the past before. I have like even last week, I had so much beer, I couldn't decide on my last week's live stream. I couldn't decide what beer I wanted to. So what I did was I had like up here, I believe was around here-ish, was a like spin wheel, and I let the spin wheel decide what beer I was trying. I had good beers, and beers was good, but not my taste. So it was definitely something to look towards it. So if you have not seen it, look at some other videos of mine. As I said, my goal is always to. Oh, excuse me. My goal is always to post at noon, Monday to Friday. Sometimes I'm skipping for the Friday ones because of the live stream. So that's always hit and miss every once in a while. Also, something I started this week, and I'm very excited that we are all right now live with that, is with Twitch. Wednesdays about at 8 o'clock, 8:15, and Sundays 8:15. I'm playing some poker on Twitch. So, and we'll talk about beer there too. So if you want to come on Twitch, feel free. In my Facebook post I put down before I went live are my links towards to my Twitch as well. So come in, join me there too, because it was fun to play some poker, not real poker, not real money, because I don't do that. It's just for fun. But I had a lot of fun when I'm winning the jackpot and got $30,000. It's yeah. Ooh. But yeah, and even this one, this is right now an IRL live stream on Twitch as we speak too. It's not just on YouTube, it's on Twitch as well, which I'm very happy it finally worked. I worked so hard on this one, and I was freaking out that what the heck is going on here, but it actually worked, and I'm happy about this case. So this is going to be moving forward to it with both sides. So I know we're coming towards the end a little bit already, so I'm just starting already my kind of spiel by the end. But either way, come and subscribe to my channel if you have not done yet, and help me getting my 100 subscribers. It would mean a lot to me, and I might even have a surprise if I reach my 100 subscribers. So come and join the Beerchat community. In the meantime, until next week, if you have any questions, find me on social media and ask away. If I don't know the answer, I will make sure I will find the answer for you. Until then, thank you so much for watching this week's 1 hour live stream. Or this time it's more like 55-ish minutes, but it's usually 55 normally. I usually start later because of technical issues. But yeah, it was definitely I had a ton of fun with you guys. Let me know what you think about the beers I've tried before. You can leave a chat in the comment below, your comments about it, and I cannot wait to see what we have in the fridge next week. Until then, Prost, Freunde, and have a nice weekend.